Hello and welcome everyone to a new series for the channel. I have been wanting to do something big for a while now, and I finally got the courage. I restarted my Animal Crossing island. First, it was time to save my very first island as a dream address so I can always go back and visit the friends that I made there. But then it was really time to do the big thing and click that one button that says, "Say goodbye forever." Now buckle in, get ready, because this is going to be the adventure of a lifetime. Now we are not going to dwell on the past too much. Instead, we look forward and we meet up with Timmy and Tommy at the airport, ready for our adventure. After getting some explanation of what is about to happen, we jump in head first and start with the creation of our character. Of course, they first had to make sure that I was who I said I was, and checked that I was actually a passenger ready to go to the island, and once they were sure that I was, it was time for the fun to begin. Now this is the moment where I realize how little options there are early game, and I already miss my old hairstyle in the game. I'm sure we're gonna get back to that at some point, right? After I was mildly satisfied with the character creation I've done, it was time to go out and pick the island that we're going to move to. Now, the options are always quite limited, and there's a lot of changes you can make to it afterwards, so I just went with my gut and picked the one that seemed to fit my needs. Welcome everyone, and get comfortable because you are on Dodo Airlines and we are making our way over to Mad World, the island. This is an exciting day and thank you all for joining us. Huzzay, we made it! Timmy and Tommy are waiting for us right on the island, as are our first two villagers. Now, whether they're gonna stay or we're gonna kick them out over the course of the next few months, who knows? But for now, they're cute, they're friendly, and I'm happy with them. Apparently, the big boss himself, Mr. Tom Nook, was waiting to give a speech, so let's make our way over to the plaza in progress and see what he has to say. Now, instead of a nice condo, you get started in a tent on this island. So let's go pick it up and find it the perfect spot. After gathering up our tent and the map of the island, I go and explore, see everything that it has to offer, and the more I see, the happier I become. The vibe of the island is just what I was looking for. And soon after that is time to put down a tent and make this our home. In a way of asserting dominance, Tom Nook gathered us by the campfire that same evening, and we got into a little session to name the island, because apparently they thought this out so well that the island didn't have a name yet. Which is fine, because I had the perfect name, and it is now Mad World. Can you figure out why I gave it that name? I never said I was gonna win a creativity prize. And after a long day of moving, making big decisions, meeting new people, it was high time to put down the most uncomfortable camping bed ever and head off to Dreamland. After waking up with a very bad back from that horrible bed, we get a rude awakening because it's Tom Nook outside our tent yelling, saying that he's got important information for us. So let's head out and see what he has. After shaming us for sleeping in, he invites us over to his tent and teaches us some amazing crafting recipes that we're gonna need for our time on the island. This is the start. We can catch bugs, we can catch fish, and more importantly, we can fail at catching bugs and catching fish. After getting so much new information, it was time to go out into the world and have a little chat with one of our neighbors. Renee is the cutest pink rhino, and I think we are going to be the best of friends. She may have been picked for me by the game, but I'm quite happy to have her on the island with me. Finally, it was time to go and catch some bugs, to go and fish up some fish, to go and make Mr. Tom Nook happy. For this time around, I will spare you all the gruesome moments where I failed. You're gonna get to see plenty of those in the future. I was just happy, because I was finally getting some fish again. And all of them were new again. The happiness was short-lived, however, because soon I realized how small my inventory, my backpack, was going to be. First order of priority, increase backpack space. Because this was going to get on my nerve quite quickly. After catching enough bugs and fish to make Tom Nook's friend Blathers happy, it was time to pick out a place where he could start his museum the following day. But that is not for today's video. You will see that in the next one. Tom Nook seemed happy to have his friend join us on the island, so that makes me happy, because as long as Tom Nook is happy, so am I. And he doesn't bother me. All of this grind, catching, fishing, socializing, got us enough bells to pay off our first debt to Mr. Tom Nook. This is a big moment for every Animal Crossing player, because those that have played for a while know that this is not the final debt that we will have. Immediately after paying off our first debt, Tom Nook was ready to get us into the next one, and was fishing to figure out how bad we thought the tent was. Now, I'm not a fan of living in a tent, so I am more than happy to change it out for a nice little cottage. I'm just worried about what the next debt is going to be. But I guess we'll figure it out on the next one. With that, we have come to the end of day 1 on our new island of Animal Crossing. I am so happy with the progress we've made today, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. I feel like this is going to be the perfect island to live out the foreseeable future. Now, if you've enjoyed this content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments which villagers you want to see move in on my island. Thank you all for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day-night time zone.